Okay. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, I don't think anybody needs to stand because it's just a song, so have a seat, everybody. It's all good. We're on an adventure. You'll hear, it's called Beautiful, and you'll hear the beautiful part come in, and you get to start adding that in at will. So here you go. The song you sing is beautiful. The love you bring is beautiful. Your helping hands are beautiful. To understand is beautiful. The tears you cry are beautiful. Your sparkling eyes are beautiful. And when just one little girl shines a light for all the world, then every day's more bright and beautiful. Short and tall, we're beautiful. Big and small, beautiful. Brown or white, beautiful. In God's sight, we're beautiful. To give and share is beautiful. To show we care is beautiful. And when just one little girl shines a light for all the world, then every day's more bright and beautiful. And we can move mountains in a moment, make even the biggest dreams come true. We can bring healing to our planet and peace in all we do. A mother's arms are beautiful, safe and warm, so beautiful. Her strength's in you, and that's beautiful. Her courage too is beautiful. To dance and play is beautiful. And we lead the way, it's beautiful. And when just one little girl shines a light for all the world, then every day is more bright and beautiful. And when just one little girl shines a light for all the world, then everything's more bright and beautiful.
Hello? We're on. Thank you very much. That was just beautiful. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity of New Westminster. My name is Ronnie, not Sharon, and I am delighted that you are here with us today. If you are joining us online, welcome. We would love to stay connected with you, so please subscribe to our YouTube channel and go to our website and subscribe to our email newsletter if you'd like to be informed about upcoming services. And for those who are here in person, a very warm welcome to you all as well. If there are any newcomers, if you are new, welcome. You'll find information about Unity in your welcome packet, and we hope you enjoy our service today. And if you'd like to be added to our weekly email list, please place your information in the offering basket later. The Unity Movement offers ideas for full and abundant living. We draw on the teachings of Jesus, and who we consider our primary way-shower and example. And we honor that there is universal wisdom in faith traditions all over the planet. We respect every person's right to choose their own life path, their own spiritual path. All are welcome, all are worthy, all are celebrated here. Let's begin our service with affirmative prayer. We begin by acknowledging with gratitude that we are on the traditional and ancestral territory of the Kaikai First Nation, and we give thanks for First Nations peoples everywhere for their custody of this beautiful land on which we live, we work, and we play.
We are grateful to be together today. We are grateful to be together today in our community of joy, to sing together, to laugh together, to be inspired by ideas for wholehearted living, and to connect and love one another. Many names and paths lead to the one presence and one power that we call God. That power is the creating, attracting, and unifying force of love energy which surrounds us, which lies within us, which expresses as us and through us, in which we live and move and have our being. In this energy, and as this energy, we are all one. And from this oneness, we send a blessing of unconditional love, peace, and abundant joy to all beings everywhere. We are so grateful, and so it is. Amen. The daily word for today is power. My thoughts and words reflect my divine inheritance. When I listen to my inner conversation and recurring thoughts, I may hear fear-based, limiting talk, or I may hear positive words encouraging me to live joyfully and confidently. The choice is mine through my divine gift of power. I take command of my thoughts and my life. I release thoughts of powerlessness, and as I do, my negative self-talk diminishes. I affirm my divine inheritance of peace, faith, wisdom, understanding, and strength with my thoughts, words, and actions. The power to live a full life is mine. I embrace insights I've gained through experience. I own my mistakes without shame or embarrassment. I am eager to learn. I'm willing to try new things and stretch myself. In power, I thrive. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. Proverbs 18, verse 21.
Okay, I am very, very happy to introduce Janet Law as our guest speaker today. Janet is passionate about the transformative potential that dwells in each person. She is a lifelong Unity student and teacher and attended numerous classes at Unity Village as part of the licensed teacher program. Janet embraces life with vitality and resonance. Janet was published in Health, Wealth, and Wisdom magazine, has written a play, and has presented a TEDx talk entitled The Healing Power of Trees. Janet has been a regular guest speaker at Unity of New Westminster, and we enjoy her uplifting and inspirational message. Please welcome Janet Law.
No, it's all perfect. It's leading into the meditation. I wrote this song. I wrote this song on a walk through Lynn Canyon Park, and I thought this morning it would be a good introduction into the meditation. It's called Swaying on a Bridge. Walking on cathedral trees, stained glass light on winter's leaves, a misty morning majesty. It's a sacred, holy light. And we stand in the silence with pilgrims' prayers, free from thought and free from care. We are moving in the love we share. We are humbled in its sight. And now I'm swaying on a bridge in the canyon. I'm swaying on a bridge in the canyon. There's nowhere that we've come from, and nowhere we're going to. For I'm caught in a perfect moment. I'm one in this perfect moment. I'm swaying on a bridge in the canyon, here with you. He said, this is the way life is meant to be. We move in the flow of eternity, stretching for more than the eye can see. All of this and nothing more. And I said that I thought I knew just what he meant, for this river's touching me, and my pain is sent, all crashing and crushing with the water. It went to the ocean's open door. And now I'm swaying on a bridge in the canyon. I'm swaying on a bridge in the canyon. There's nowhere that I've come from, and nowhere I'm going to. For I'm caught in the perfect moment. I'm one in the moment, and I'm swaying on a bridge in the canyon, just swaying on a bridge in the canyon. I'm swaying on a bridge in the canyon, here with you.
You don't know how much that song means to me. When I was going through chemotherapy treatment 22 years ago, I would go for my treatment, and then I would go to Lynn Canyon, and I would be swaying on the bridge and feeling the strength of nature, and knowing that no matter what, I was in the perfect moment. How you knew that, I don't know, but we're in divine timing. So as we move now into a place and a time of prayer, I welcome you all now to the world of meditation, affirming our union and oneness with God. So beginning in this state of appreciation, we close our eyes or we have a soft gaze to the floor, and we breathe the breath of Spirit, the one life, the one substance. This feeling, this felt knowing, is one of spiritual vitality and wholeness, and it inspires us. We enter into this communion, this union, one together, and we know this connection is strong. I am immersed in pure being. The healing balm is flowing through me as love and manifesting in healthy relationships, healthy body, and prosperity. Relaxing the mind and body, going within, and this oneness is expanding. As you continue to take the slow, deep breaths in, you become very aware of this breathing. Breathing in and breathing out, allowing the body to completely relax. Breathing in and breathing out, and ready for the next breath. We are calm with every breath we take. We allow these healing tones of God to heal us as we expand this light of the divine in me, as me, healing now in the silence of this moment. I am home. I am safe. I belong in this universe. I am part of it, and it is part of me. I feel my soul, and I listen. Peace is mine. Peace is in this moment. God, the divine, is the source of peace. I hear my heart growing and feeling this moment of peace. I am present, my heart aligned. I am loved, and I am in love. The universe speaks its truth to me. Centered in this divine wisdom, I trust my inner knowing. The word of wisdom, a sense of direction, arising from within. Every question, concern, and challenge resolves in the light of the wisdom. my ability to discern and intuit. My path is visible in this moment of prayer as I go in to the silence once more. And we now affirm these affirmations. It is in giving that I receive. As I sow abundantly, I reap abundantly. I give and share generously. My life is blessed with prosperity. I am healthy and happy. I enjoy every moment of my life. May every person, every being be blessed with good health, happiness, prosperity, as it is present within me and all around me. Centered in this enlightened consciousness, the Christ consciousness, I am the light of the world. God is my divine source. I revel in the light of oneness, and I allow the light to shine upon the world with every thought of blessing. And we go into the silence once more. As we close this time of prayer, we prepare to return to our day and remain mindful of our divine nature. We have set the intention to live in a spirit of love, gratitude, and prosperity. We continually let our divine qualities shine through. We affirm this oneness now as we have meditated and prayed together. And we come back to this room feeling alive and awake to all the possibilities. And so it is. Okay, I gotta make sure this is working. Is it working? I think it's turned on, but you're going to click them here? Okay. I think you'll know when they need to be clicked, so that's good. Thank you, everybody, for being here today, and Gung Hei Fat Choi. It is the Lunar New Year today, which is being celebrated all around the world. So although we're a little bit past January 1st, let's celebrate today. And today is a happy day because we have prosperity now. So what is the soil for your soul? When we begin to expand our heart energy, when we bring this cosmic consciousness energy into the world, we will grow with it as it and for it. This compassionate everyday wellness moves in the direction of your journey into gratitude. And we allow the enthusiasm of this day to take us to the field of our soul, expanding as infinite possibilities. Prosperity and love. Love is something when you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something when you give it away, you end up having more. It's just like a magic penny, hold on tight and you won't get any. Love is something when you give it away, you end up having more. Now that is a song that I grew up with, and prosperity is like that. You know, Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, wrote his book Prosperity in the middle of the Great Depression. And who would think someone would do that? But he did. And he talked about your infinite, prosperous nature. It is a state of mind first. And in this community, all of you come together to multiply this consciousness. This unity movement started with a community of like-minded people together, individually wanting something more in their life, expanding their spiritual nature. Charles and Myrtle Fillmore studied all of the wisdom traditions, East and West, and embraced the oneness that is in all of the universe. It started with their prayer ministry, and then the Unity Farm, and then Unity Village, and now all over the world. So what is that recipe? What are the fertile ingredients that you will need for your soul to grow well? Well, I actually do have a bit of a recipe for prosperity. I came across it in an old Unity cookbook that was compiled decades ago, entitled Recipes from a Happy Kitchen, aka Gratitude. There are recipes in that cookbook for a happy day, but it also is a recipe for your life, direct from Unity Village. So here it goes, written by Pearl Swallow. Take 24 fine, wholesome, vibrant hours. Remove all old memories of envy, bitterness, hatred of any kind. Cleanse and sweep away every clinging error thought. Pick off little specks of irritability. Be sure these hours are freed from the past. They must be fresh and clean from the hands of time. Into each hour put 12 parts of faith, 11 parts of patience, 10 parts of courage, 9 parts of work, 8 parts of rest, 7 parts of hope, 6 parts of loyalty, 5 parts of kindness, 4 parts of generosity, 3 parts of prayer, 2 parts of meditation, and 1 part well-selected, clearly defined purpose. Add a dash of fun, a pinch of pixie dust, I like that one, some play, and a heaping full of good humor. Lots of that. Lots of cups of humor. And now pour it into a huge kettle of love with cheer, and garnish it with smiles, and deck it with joy. Then serve with quietness, unselfishness, confidence, and gratitude. Results are guaranteed to all who faithfully follow those steps. Written decades ago, but personal for your life today. Am I right? Are you right? Yeah, take that in. So this bounty is possible when we set in motion an attitude of gratitude. And What happens to all of us when we go to try to make a recipe and we don't have all the ingredients? It doesn't turn out too well. Well, maybe, our grandmothers had secrets in their head, but they always had to have the recipe to do it. So in this grateful community, through the lens of prosperity, we can make a difference in our lives and the lives of others. Gratitude now. Prosperity now. I have a wonderful slide coming up here that says that, gratitude changes everything. Gratitude, we're going to go back. We're going back. We're going back. Oh, you're going ahead. Yeah, we're going to go back. Okay, don't go back too far. You'll find it. You'll find it. So, let's greet the day with enthusiasm and have a heartfelt harvest together. You're way ahead, but hey, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this experience of abundance is your own DNA. It is in the code of how you express everything through your life. And it grounds us in the well-known affirmation, and I know you know it. If you've come to Unity for a long time, Charles Fillmore, in his 93rd year, wrote it. I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm to step forth to do with mighty faith the things that ought to be done by me. Wow. 93 years old. Let's get that now. Let's do that now. And in this place of prosperity consciousness, because that's really what it is, there is a place of hopeful outcomes, confidence in success in our lives, and we can expand this spiritual intelligence for our true self. So what is another one of the prosperity secrets of the ages? Well, there is an ancient secret for happy living, abundant living, and it is called the act of blessing. Been around since the very beginning of time. And the Hebrew people had a favorite method of prayer called the act of blessing. And numerous instances are reported in the history books over time as they loved to voice the blessings that they could predict good, and that those things would come to those who were in a state of blessedness. And in the dictionary, there's a number of definitions. To bless means to make holy, to make whole by spoken words. To bless means to ask divine favors for some situation or condition. To bless means to wish a person or situation well. To bless means to make happy and prosperous. Now, how often have we criticized, condemned? I was doing that last night. I don't know, my husband was putting the toothpaste cap on in a really strange way, and I just had to make a comment about it. Now, that was not necessary, but it came up. I'm only a human. And so, think about it as you go forth in your day. Any problems or unpleasant experiences can be averted with the recipe that we talked about earlier. And this daily practical application is what I call spiritual economics. And Eric Butterworth, one of our most wonderful Unity teachers, he's not with us anymore and hasn't been for a while, but I feel him every day when I read his books. Spiritual economics, the prosperity process. And so we must live in the daily practice of it. So our son, he lives up in the coast, up in Lund, BC, and recently he was given a 22-foot sailboat for free. No questions asked. You want a boat? Sure, I'll take a boat. And not only that, but was in really good shape. He affirmed it for months before he wanted it. He affirmed he was going to get a boat, and specifically a sailboat. And one day, it appeared on the dock. And Someone needed someone to take it on because they could no longer do it anymore. So it was an easy transition. The circle of prosperity. He didn't know where, he didn't know when, but it happened. And it happened because he blessed, blessed, blessed. Are you willing to bless today? Yes. So these seeming everyday miracles occur when we become open and receptive to them, and when we're willing to accept it. How about when you want those blue shoes, but the red ones show up and you say, oh, no, I don't want those red shoes. I'm going to wait for the blue shoes to come. Well, sometimes the red shoes are the pathway to the blue shoes. Think about it that way. So whatever comes your way, accept it. Accept it and say thank you for it. Such a beautiful thought. So we want this channel of the golden river of riches and abundance in our life. Divine riches of thoughts and emotions first. It is a state of mind. And we commit ourselves to it as we breathe into the life force of this gratitude. Eric Butterworth speaks about it in one of the chapters called The Law of Visualization. And many of us in Unity have been studying the law of visualization for many years. And it is a very important aspect in the study of truth. Training the eyes to see through an abundance lens. Visualization is particularly effective when you're dealing with worry. Does anybody worry? Anybody? Yes, it's one of those things that seems to come up in our day. Worry is based on the belief that some undesirable condition exists. A belief that undesirable conditions exist. So if we visualize with worry, then the end result would be that we might interfere somewhat with the manifestation of what could be. Make sense? You're with me, right? Oh, good. I'm so glad. And so we're going to develop this spiritual knowing as we become willing to be in this state of divine mind, of divine prosperity consciousness. So, here's a little something to think about. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. I love that joke. So be conscious of what you're putting in your prosperity recipes. Thich Nhat Hanh, I think we can get to him right here now. He was a Zen master, a global spiritual leader. There he is, good. He's a global spiritual leader, poet, and peace activist. And we lost him fairly recently. He's gone to another world, which is all around us everywhere. Anyways, he was revered around the world for his pioneering teachings on mindfulness, global ethics, and he was ordained a monk when he was 16 years old in Vietnam. Thich Nhat Hanh soon envisioned a kind of engaged Buddhism that could respond directly to the needs of society. A prominent teacher. In the West, he played a key role in introducing mindfulness and created mindful communities, sanghas around the world. His teachings have impacted politicians, business leaders, activists, teachers, and countless others. And he said it this way: our life has to be our message. Our life has to be our message. So, begin today with the practice of blessing. Blessing moments that become days, that become weeks, that become years. And the key to prosperity is gratitude. And I think we've got a picture coming up here of a person I know quite well. And this is our son in the ashram in India. He spends a lot of time there. He loves going there. And he travels all through that country. And just before COVID hit, he spent 6 months traveling throughout. And I was thankful that he had a good experience. His prosperous experiences went everywhere he went. And yet, the human condition, about a month before he came back, when he was to arrive home in January of 2019, we got a call one morning. And this is our son Brandon in the emergency ward in a little city in India, although a lot of the cities are very big there. He had had a motorcycle accident. And one thing he learned very, very clearly, do not wear flip-flops when you are on a motorcycle. So, anyway, those days of recovering brought out the dark and the light side of our being. He was in a hotel room for 2 weeks after being released from the hospital. Daily visits to the hospital to change the bandages and work with the antibiotics so that an infection would not set in. And singing the song that he had sung from day one, coming out of into this world. I sang it to him and then he sang it. And we could all sing it together now too. All the little cells in my body are happy. All the little cells in my body are well. I'm so glad, all the little cells in my body are well. Okay, let's do it. All the little cells, let's start again. I've got wrong key. Okay. All the little cells in my body are happy. All the little cells in my body are well. I'm so glad, all the little cells in my body are well. Now, does that not get the endorphins up? I mean, it's going, it's beautiful. So, he returned and he has recovered fully from that injury. So, in our next slide, we talk about this important question to ask yourself every day. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? Co-founder Myrtle Fillmore called gratitude the qualities of the soul. The qualities of the soul. Prosperity, thinking, and being isn't a reminder about one day to celebrate, but every day when we awake, put your feet on the floor and feel the impulse coming up through the ground that you walk on. Just as Edith spoke about earlier in her song. The ground you walk on. The ground you walk on. And it pulsates through your body as a mantra, as an affirmation. This is my gratitude day, and I am prosperous in all of my affairs. Because God provides. God provides. You know, there's a story of Jesus who cast always his net wide. It is a metaphysical lesson in our lives today that is as pertinent now as it was 2,000 years ago. The story goes that disciples, the people who were followers of this Christ consciousness, which was in them and in everyone, they were complaining. No fish. What's going on here? We're out here, we're spending all this time out here, and no fish are coming. Jesus encouraged the fishermen to put their nets into deeper waters. Luke 5:4, put out into the deep and let your nets for a catch. Let down your nets for a catch. So right now, bless the deep well of the divine and cast your blessings far and wide and deep in the heart of love. Prosperity is a state of mind. A few years ago, I was with a friend who was a pilot. He had a small plane, and they were going to take us to Texada Island to get some oysters. What a wonderful day it was going to be to go get some oysters on the beautiful beaches of Texada Island. So I'm walking around and I'm having somewhat of a good time, but I was getting very discouraged. I didn't see any oysters. I'm like, you told me we were coming for oysters. You told me we were coming for this big catch. And he looked at me and he said, Janet, you're walking on them. I had been walking on beds of oysters and I did not see it. I did not see it. So this is the message. We've got to be in the state of mind. You are the prosperity secret of the ages. And when you personally bless good thoughts, good words, good deeds, this is spiritual economics, my friend. Bless, bless, bless. Bless, bless, bless. Eric Butterworth, in his book Spiritual Economics, says, abundance is not a condition, but an attitude. Consider the question, is the glass half empty or is the glass half full? And how you answer that question will give you an idea of where your prosperity consciousness lays in this moment. So we look at our slide here, which states, I am grateful for. Easy exercise, I am grateful for. God is your source of everything. Everything else is just a resource. I like that. I like that. Allow this divine activity to flow through you, and together, hands together as one, developing this for our planet, developing this for our community, developing it for ourselves first. I'm going to end with a little story that I remember that activated my prosperity mind in community. One of my first memories happened when I was a small child in grade 2. And I had befriended a new person in my classroom. He didn't look anything like me, but I felt her heart. I felt who she was. And her name was Beljeet Kant. And her family had moved here from India. And they didn't speak a word of English. And they didn't know the culture of their community yet. They were alone in this community. Yet, her warm smile, it caught my heart. And she was a bit hesitant as she started to navigate some of these new landscapes. But she learned. And I leaned on her and she leaned on me. And she was willing to trust her new community. She was willing to trust her new friend. Community can start anywhere. And it started that day, and we were inseparable. We were inseparable. 2 then became 4 as we played Foursquare. You know, in the play yard at school, that game, you needed 4 people to play. And then 6 became the Red Rover team. And then 9 became the softball team. And then 12 became the creative expression in the art classes that we used to meet and do. This community happened in her home. I ate the food that they prepared, my first roti when I was 7. We played the music and I listened and I learned about her family. So, love every minute. Even if you don't know about the food that someone is putting in front of you, you can still enjoy. You can make a decision to enjoy. And the music, enjoy. Claim it. Claim it, claim it, claim it, and weave this prosperity through the thread of your life. Divine guidance through spiritual economics. Overflowing finances, relationships, health in all areas of your life. And integrate your personal abundance recipe. So this open field, this lovely sunset or sunrise, depending on how you see it, your life is an open field. And abundance is your true nature. And that's the way it really is. Thank you so much for being here today.
I have the song I should be singing and the song I want to sing. So I'm going to go with the song I want to sing. I was heading down to work in New Mexico and out on the road in my little van. And I was talking with my brother, who's a long-haul truck driver, and I'm natting away with him and missed the turnoff and ended up driving into Colorado without realizing it for like another 2 hours, because it was mostly desert and mountainy things. And then I realized my mistake, and that there was a concert waiting for me in Taos, New Mexico. And I'm in the middle of Colorado at this point. And then, to heck with it, because it all turned out perfectly. So I wrote this song while I was driving once I got back on the right road. It's called Finding Myself in New Mexico. Speaking of prosperity. I'm traveling far through mountains and heat. Red rock to the sky, red dust on my feet. And sages are green that this high desert wears. And I dressed in a shroud of my shadow and care, find life in the dance of the ditch flowers show. I'm lost on some road, but I'm finding myself in New Mexico. I'm stuck behind trucks, the low gears and the climb. I surrender to circumstance, messing with time. And the fella behind me wants foot to the floor. He's driven this road just one time more, but this blue valley stretches, and all that I know. I'm lost on some road, but I'm finding myself in New Mexico. All the black clouds come rolling, thunder and light. The dirt becomes mud. Can a day seem like night? If I was a mesa along a ridgeline of trees, would I welcome the wet? Take God's water to me. Surrender to life, oh, the beautiful rush and the flow. I'm lost on some road, but I'm finding myself in New Mexico. And God says, welcome it all. And God says, risk the rise and the fall. Sometimes things end just to begin. Oh, just round the corner, life brings you in. Well, I've turned off my radio just to find peace. All the left wings and right wings, hot air and palms greased. And me, I'm stuck in the middle, just wanting to fly. But the river of life tells me, breathe in and sigh, for I'll still be flowing long after you go. You're just lost on some road, but you're finding yourself in New Mexico, where once El Dorado, I see the loss. All the rusted out trailers counting our costs. All the flat tires and old cars lined up, stalled for years. Skinny dogs in the yard barking loud 'cause I'm near. And maybe these folks know they're free. I don't know. I'm lost on this road, but I'm finding myself. I'm finding myself in New Mexico. Thank you. I stand up here, confess that as I'm singing, I'm worried that that wasn't a song about Jesus, or oh no, it's not a Sunday song, or the list of all of the things of wanting to be enough. And just, that's what you were talking about today, is like just to keep letting go. And knowing that wherever I'm at the time, if I trust my intuition, then this is God, this is enough, and that the people in front of me have a place to hold me in the wealth of my expression, so that I get to share and then receive back that wealth of expression from everybody who's sitting and listening. So thank you so much.
Hello? Please join us on Zoom every Monday for our weekly prayer meeting. We check in with each other, we enjoy a guided meditation, and we read the names of the people on our prayer list. If you would like your name added to the prayer list, or you want to add someone's name to the list, then please fill in a prayer request slip and place it in the offering basket, or send us an email, or submit a prayer request on our website. We leave the names on our list for 2 months. Then we forward the names to Silent Unity, which is Unity's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, prayer vigil and prayer phone line, located at Unity Village near Kansas City, Missouri. It is membership renewal time. All members must renew their membership by January 31st every year. You can renew online by clicking on the link in the news or the About section of our website. You can also renew with a paper membership form. For those who may be interested, our bylaws are also on the website in the About section.
The Board of Directors is calling a special meeting of the membership of Unity of New Westminster for Sunday, February the 12th, immediately after the service at 12:30 p.m. We were the recipient of a generous legacy gift last year, and the board is requesting the approval of the membership to use some of the funds from that gift for the purchase of new windows in the fellowship hall. Offices, bathroom, and Montessori school. The vote will be held in person, and we will also open a Zoom room so those who aren't able to join us in person can vote as well. Immediately after the vote on windows on Sunday, February 12th, we will adjourn that meeting, then hold a community circle starting at around 1 p.m. At that meeting, the board will share a plan for Unity of New Westminster based on input from the previous community circle held in the fall of 2022. It's also an opportunity to hear feedback from our community. The meeting will be in person, and we will also keep the Zoom room open. And best of all, lunch will be provided. I must be fed. That's from Scrooge. That's Sunday, February the 12th at 1 p.m.
Next week is the last Sunday of the month. It's the day that we celebrate the birthdays in the month, and it's Potluck Sunday. We have amazing potluck lunches, so please mark your calendars for January 29th and plan to join us for food and birthday cake. Then afterwards, please plan to stay for Cindy's Creative Cafe and Karaoke, which will begin after lunch. This event also happens on the last Sunday of each month. It is a chance for you to paint, draw, sing, tell a story, or express yourself artistically in some other way. Admission is by donation. If you want to paint, the cost is $10 to pay for the material. Here's your chance to connect with friends, share your talents, and learn something new. Join us every last Sunday of each month from 12:30 to 3:30 p.m. All are welcome. Thank you, Cindy, for your inspiration.
We are grateful for your gifts which support our ministry. Many of our community contribute with pre-authorized payments, so if you're not adding anything to the basket, please bless it silently as it passes you by. As we sing our blessing song, please bring to mind something you're grateful for. We are so blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
And for being here today. Thanks to you who joined us online. Please subscribe and like our channel. Thanks especially to Edith for her music and Janet for her talk. Join us for coffee. Join us for coffee after the service. Let's move into a circle and sing our peace song. I'm the light of God.
That was meant to be, with God as creator, family are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment. Let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
I am the light of God. I am the love of God. I am the power of God. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. I am the light of God. I am the love of God. I am the power of God. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. You are the light of God. You are the love of God. You are the power of God. You are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. You are the light of God. You are the love of God. You are the power of God. You are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. We are the light of God. We are